I sent you. I was live with Ann Vandersteel on Steel Truth.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We had the split screen the whole bit. Oh yeah. Check your Facebook page.
Okay, well we gotta.
I'll do it again,
we gotta do that. Hey everybody.
We gotta do this.
We gotta do.
I'm sorry I interrupted. Go
No,
ahead.
so some of the best things about Virgin, as far as their brand, their model, is that they're not doing what's been done. They're not trying to do what's been done. In fact, they don't even want to try to fit into any of the brands. Like, you know, people call it like Elegant brand or the Fun Ship or whatever. They're going for a whole new one called Rebellious Luxe. So Rebellious Luxury. So they're really trying to not copycat, I guess, is the main thing, which is very exciting for me, and I think for a lot of the cruisers that I know, because they've done the same thing again and again and again. And it's not that I'm putting down what's been done. I love what's been done. However, there is room for something different. There is room for something sexier. There is room for something more kind of surprising. Their whole thing is surprise and delight. So their Rebellious Luxury, Surprise and Delight, it's going to be adults only, and adults only really means that they're going to be able to sort of change the whole entire platform of what cruising is for the masses, because right now it's really focused on being family friendly. And I could tell you the majority of the reason for that is money, because you have 4 people in a cabin. They get to charge more than if you have 2, right? So they started realizing in the cruise industry that the more people you have, the more money they're going to spend, and that's how they're going to be able to offset these like billion-dollar ships that they're making. So it's understandable.
Is that why ships got bigger?
I think that's definitely a reason the ships got bigger. Also because of just the grandiose of it all. It's attractive to always say you have the largest ship in the world. In fact, I actually worked on one of the largest ships in the world in the 90s. It was the Grand Princess. Now that's like a miniature ship in comparison to most places. Most ships.
Well, how big are the biggest ships? Let's get an idea what we're talking about. It's like 5,000 people, and it's like a small town, right?
Yes.
How big are these things?
Yeah, so the biggest ship right now is one of the Oasis classes. It's actually a class above it, and it's approximately 6,000 guests and approximately 3,000 crew. So you're talking about 9,000 people on the ship. This particular vessel, gosh, I should have had my notes out. The Virgin Voyages vessel, I think it's 2,400 passengers, 22,440 passengers, and 1,200 crew. Don't quote me on it, but it's about it's definitely around there somewhere. And it's going to be a little bit more intimate than your huge ships, that's for sure. And that's what they're looking for. They want to try and make you see the same people twice and sort of create that familiarity. So that was the design, a thoughtful design.
What exactly are they doing differently? I'm trying to kind of focus it. Meals different, excursions different, cabins are different, the design of the ship is different. What are they pioneering here?
Right. What are they doing differently? Well, first of all, it's adults only, so that's completely different than any other cruise ship going out there. So you've got that. The shows are completely different. Whereas you had like Broadway style shows on most of the cruise ships, they are going out and getting the most creative talent and allowing them to push the envelope. We saw some video footage of some of the creative talent that's going to be coming on board, and what they were so excited about was that they're all very professional and been in the arena for a long time, whether it's a dance thing or a theater thing or whatever it is that they do. But every time cruise ships approach them, they always ask them to tone it down, because these are true artists trying to do something unique. And you know how artists are. They always, I'm not an artist, but I see the talent and I recognize it and I honor it. So they were really excited that Virgin didn't tell them to tone it down. In fact, they said, put some gasoline and set it on fire. Let's go. so they're trying to do things spicy.
On the regular cruise ships, like they'll have comedians that come on. There's like the family-friendly,
right,
comedy show, and then there's the adults only,
right,
after 10 o'clock show. So they're sort of doing that. But what you're saying is these folks are adults only all the time. So
all the time.
You get like an afternoon, gutsy comedy show. And
the comedy gal that they're featuring, God, I don't know her name, but I can post. I'll do some research and post on our travel fun page. But the gal that they are starting with the comedy is an absolute riot. It's she's definitely pushing it. Like, she's pushing the envelope. It's tantalizing. It's surprising. It's just what you haven't seen before, and I think that's the whole point.
Who is it?
I gotta look. I don't remember her name. I just remember her face, and she like flashed everybody with her big black bra on, and she was just a real. It was like, woo, here we are. But yeah, she seems really, really exciting, and I will get her name, and I will definitely post it. But they're just trying to do things that haven't been done before. A couple other things that they're doing, since you asked what hasn't been done. They're not having any buffets, so they're not having a buffet style. So they have 20 specialty restaurants, and they are all included in your price. So that's a big change. And what they are having in lieu of buffets, because of course, you know, people want to eat whenever they want, is in the back of the ship.
Yeah, no kidding.
They have what I would consider like almost like street food, like where if you were at a really cool outside event and you had the barbecue trailer and you had the
like New York hot dog stand.
yeah, like a whole bunch of stands, with different specialty foods.
What's so good with that? We got onions. What is with that too? Do you have like a Brooklyn accent person?
Yes,
exactly.
exactly.
They got characters. That'd be great.
I don't know about that. They won't tell us every single thing, but they're going to have an area so that it's a whole kiosk of like, roadside specialty stuff that's really delicious and made to order, but that you can get anytime. So in lieu of a buffet, they just want to get away from all the lines and I'm so excited about that because that's, I don't like to be critical about cruise ships in general, because I know how hard it is. I understand the industry. I understand the situations that they're dealing with, the crowd control. I mean, I worked on cruise ships. However, and it's just getting so ridiculous. Like the lines to get a drink, the lines to get food, the lines to get off the ship, the lines. I'm like, gosh, it's why I don't mind paying a premium to go on vacation somewhere that I'm not going to have lines. I just think it's such an important part of the vacation experience, in my opinion, and not everyone. I mean, listen, I see hundreds of people in line. They're not complaining. So I'm not putting it on people. I'm just saying, how I feel about the experience. So they're trying to get away from that. They're trying to, what I think is a good idea is that they're trying to get you to go to different places. So if there's 7 different little like go to the counter and order your food instead of one line for the buffet, of course you're going to have 7 or 8 different lines instead of one large line, I hate
lines.
Yeah, and it makes you feel it really gives you that cattle call feeling, and anyway, I'm not knocking it. It's all got its part.
I've done that. I've had the crowd move. When we're sitting in line. Seriously, I've done this. All right, and it's hysterical.
I believe you.
I believe you've moved. Waiting to go into a dining room on a cruise ship, and I'm there.
Greg,
everybody starts doing it. Oh, trust me, it's hysterical.
I bet.
Questions I have to ask. Well, you know me, it's me, right? I had 2 questions I have to ask you before Karen gets here. One, first of all, what's the name of the cruise line again?
Virgin Voyages. So we have a singles group going out on October 30th. All the information is on travel.fun, www.travel.fun. But the biggest thing they're doing is adults only. Their motto is to surprise and delight. So they won't tell us everything, but they have a lot of different ideas of how to surprise us just when we're on the deck. Obviously, all the entertainment is adult oriented. They're also doing a lot of different things with their nighttime. They have Bimini, where they're going to be there all day and all into the night. So you'll even have bonfires on the beach that are going to be organized, which is a completely new idea that, usually it's kind of get off the ship and get back on. Yeah, everyone's excited about the bonfires. Like just a much more relaxing. Mm-hmm.
2 questions. One, do you personally know people at Virgin Voyages?
That work there, you mean?
That's the first question.
Yes, yeah. I know 3 of the main cats.
Wait a minute. Here's the second question. Do you think when the show gets big enough, first action radio cruise with Virgin Voyages?
I think anything is possible. Yes, absolutely. I love that idea.
Take that one away. I want to do a cruise. I want to get all our friends together on a cruise ship and be able to broadcast, if it's not prohibitively expensive, over satellite. From the cruise ship, wherever we happen to be. these sound like the don't want to do that, you know, and it fits perfectly because we do things that are new and different, and they're doing things that are
right.
different. So let's do a different thing
right.
together.
Well, definitely, they are definitely doing new and different.
Okay.
But yeah, it's gonna be it's more exciting every minute. Their shore excursions are totally revamped again. They're just trying to get more of the unique experiences that people are going to come away going, wow, that was an exploration, not just a tour of Diamonds International. Not that Diamonds International is bad. Believe me, I get it. I have value for all of these things. However, it's nice to have an option to have a change and do things a little bit more luxurious. And to answer your question about the staterooms, before I go, they have redesigned most of the staterooms so that they're more flowy for a party. So they have beds that are mobile, that move around. They call them sea beds, so that you can sort of have a little disco party in the nighttime, and then put your bed together, and you can, yeah,
champagne on ice.
yes, I love it.
California there. Okay.
So we're super excited about.
She has a question for you real quick.
Okay.
So Karen does the investigative report here. So Karen, you want to get on this cruise ship thing? Does Virgin Voyager sound like fun? You're a cruiser, right?
I am not. I've never been on a cruise.
Karen.
I was wrong.
Karen, this is just crazy.
I go on a lot of vacations, never on a cruise ship.
Yeah, I always tell people, if they haven't been on a cruise ship, you can't have an opinion about it, because if you haven't been, 98%, and I mean this truly, that have never been on a ship that go, oh, I don't think I'm going to like it. I don't like it. 98% like it. There's so few people that don't like it. It's very interesting, but you know, that's just, you can't sell it till you try it, I guess. So I could hook you up, Karen. You let me know, girl.
I'm sure you could.
I've got to run though. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this time with you. We're super excited about all the new exciting itinerary. If anybody has any questions, just write them down on Facebook. I know there's a lot of people watching already. Hi guys. And Greg from Action Radio, like his page. He's awesome, doing great things, changing the world. And I'm Shelby. You're fabulous.
Thank you, Shelby. Let's do it again next week. Always love to have your report on here.
Bye-bye.
It's so nice to go traveling.
All right. So guys, if you have any questions, I've got to run, but I'm happy to answer them later. There's going to be some shore excursion information coming out. Like I said, they're doing things differently. They also have a tattoo parlor on board, which has never been done before. They're going to be doing your permanent souvenir, as well as henna tattoos, piercings. They have lots of crazy interesting things to do, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to come. Keep viewing, keep liking us, and keep looking out your emails, because it does pay to read those emails from travel.fun. Cindy Pruitt just won $50 for sharing that she was going on the trip and tagging 2 of her friends. So read those emails. I'm Shelby. You're fabulous. I'll see you on Facebook.